In our particular operation, we lease a lot of pasture, so it's real important for these cattle to stay healthy. We don't get the opportunity to check them like we'd like to. It might be 3 or 4 days before we get through these cattle. The least sickness, the least foot rot we have, the better off we are. So with the use of Multimin, that's two of the big benefits we've seen. Healthier cattle, less foot rot, less maintenance.
In a feedlot situation, we use Multimin on an arrival basis. Maybe if they came in a little lighter weight, 550, 600 pounds. We use Multimin in high-stress cattle, high-risk cattle. We're looking for a better response to our vaccine. For some of the cattle that we're looking for when we use Multimin, they come in, maybe they look a little mineral deficient. They come from parts of the country that are lower in certain mineral. So we use it on those cattle, tends to make a big difference.
We're cow-calf producers from northeast Colorado. We run about 300 commercial cows and calves and sell them at the sale barn in October.
Since we've been given Multimin, our reproduction rate is about 95%, which is pretty good for grassland, and we run bulls and we do not AI.
That means an extra 15 calves at sale time. We've been using the Multimin product for 3 years. We are really happy with it and recommend it to anybody in this business.
We've been using Multimin for about 7 years. It's one of the most multi-use products that we have here on the farm. Bulls, cows, calves, weaning age cattle, just about everything on the place. If they go through the chute, they get a shot of it. The primary use that we started Multimin was in our donor program, in our embryo transplant program. I'd recommend Multimin to any producer in the cattle business. Here at Deer Valley, every animal that goes through the chute gets a dose of Multimin.
In the last 3 years, we've changed some things in our AI protocol, one of which was the use of Multimin. We've seen a significant increase in our AI pregnancy rate. The cost of an embryo program is significant, and we feel that if we were able to even get one more pregnancy out of a cow, that would pay for the whole cost of the whole bottle of Multimin right there.
In this particular area of central Montana, we are a little copper deficient, and with the use of Multimin, I've noticed in our hair coats of the cattle don't have that red color like they normally do with copper deficiency. We've seen less sickness in the calves when we give our calves shots at weaning. Calves seem to wean off better. We've had less foot rot in the calves after weaning. Those are the big benefits we've seen by using the product.
I'm Dennis Tebow. My wife and I, Kathy, are the owners of Wolf Creek Cattle Company. We have grown to approximately 70 bulls.
I'm Reese Arnold. I'm the livestock manager at Wolf Creek Cattle Company. You know, these are not just like normal cattle. These cattle, they're hauled anywhere from, 8 to 10 hours a day across the United States and asked to perform. Multimin 90 keeps them kind of level. It maintains and balances their system. The stress level is less when everything's right and working right, then they're working right.
We do use Multimin in our cow herd, and we're finding that there is a benefit. It seems like those cows breed back better. And we also found that by giving our bulls a shot of Multimin just before we turn them out, we really get a kick out of that. I've definitely recommended Multimin to several people, and it's a good product.
Been here for 42 years now. We run around 2,500 cows. Well, I bought a couple loads of cattle black cows out of California. I noticed these cows are kind of a off-color, rusty color. We're going to be processing these cows in the next few days, and at that time I will inject Multimin into them to help take care of their copper deficiency. I would recommend Multimin to any cowman, and it's been effective.
The benefits we've seen with Multimin is mainly in our conception rate in our AI program. We've seen a 5 to 6% increase in our conception rate, which is huge in what we do. Take 5 to 6% increase in your conception rate with 700-800 cows, that's a bunch more AI calves. So that's where we see the big return, is in our conception rate on our AI program.
We started using Multimin 3 or 4 years ago. Anytime that you're able to supply a product like this that can boost the immunity system, get a better response from your vaccines, it kind of fits into a total program. We just feel like that the Multimin is kind of a reassurance that we're getting the most and the best performance possible.
All the advice I'd give anybody on using Multimin 90 compared to any loose mineral or any other mineral that's out there on the market is Multimin 90, you'll see a result. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're gonna notice within about the first 7 to 14 days that their hair is gonna start shining. You're gonna notice that their noses will stay wetter. They're gonna feel better. You'll notice a little glow to their eye. You can just tell. Their appetites are better. It's a simple fact. It works.
Jason Lewis. I work here on Division Ranch, north of Strong City, Kansas. We run 500 head of mama cows. We started using Multimin about a year ago. We didn't have any problem with health that year. Didn't have to doctor near as many in that pasture. Just the overall appearance was a lot better. And I liked it so well, we'll start using it on everything.
We've started giving our bulls a shot of Multimin 30 days ahead of our semen evaluation tests. We've seen a decrease in the amount of bulls that don't pass their semen test, and we've seen better semen evaluation scores by giving the Multimin shots. We've seen results with the product. It's just a good product to use.
I give Multimin 90 every 120 days. The reason I give it every 120 days is because it seems to keep those cattle fresher. But you can notice a great difference in those cattle from the first day you give it to the last day you give it. When I run them through the chute and I give them a shot of that Multimin 90, I know exactly what I'm giving them. It's just more economical as a whole on the bucking bull side of the business. The simplicity of Multimin 90 is, just like I said, I know what I'm giving them and when I give it to them.
We were having some conception problems with the cattle, so our local vet came and we took some blood samples and found that some of the donor and recipient females were significantly low in terms of selenium and copper. With the use of Multimin, we were able to increase those levels back to a normal level. We've seen a significant increase in our pregnancy rates on our recipient cattle.
The year that we administered Multimin to the heifer's calves, we discovered that those cattle were able to, they were just a lot healthier cattle, and we just did not experience the scour problem or other problems too. It just seemed like they were a lot healthier cattle. Well, we sure feel that Multimin has been a real value to this ranch.
My name's Tim Todd. Along with my wife Chris, we own and operate Green Mountain Angus Ranch out of Rygate, Montana. We give our cows a shot of Multimin pre-calving for the immune system of the unborn calf. She will transfer the minerals into the unborn calf through the blood system. When the calf is born, he has a high level of mineral in his liver, which will help with his immune system.
We started using Multimin about 4 years ago. We started out first in our own cow herd and our own replacement heifer program just to see how it worked, experiment with it. We don't like to put a new product out there with our clients unless we've tried it ourselves or there's a lot of data behind it that we like. We had really good results with it our first year, really are happy with the way things worked. So we decided to start using our clients, and we have been now for 3 years, and I would say 90 to 95% of our clients use Multimin.
We've been using the Multimin on our donor cows, and after we started using it on them, we've seen a definite increase in grade number 1 embryos. I like the results that I get using Multimin with the AI conception rate.
Their minerals not up to snuff, you're gonna have problems, and I definitely think Multimin is good for, general healthiness of the cattle.
we think Multimin more than pays for itself.
We own and operate Green Mountain Angus Ranch out of Rygate, Montana. We've been in the Angus business for about 30 years now. We've been using the Multimin product for about 7 years. We started using it off the recommendation of our embryologist. He suggested that we give our recip cows a shot prior to putting embryos in. We had a real good conception rate that spring, and we've been using the product ever since.
My name is Paul Davis. The name of the ranch is the Alvord Ranch, southeastern Oregon. Multimin's been a product that's working very well for us. Since we started using Multimin, the healthiness of the cattle has been better, the breedback's been better. We've had way less sickness. I would recommend Multimin to any cowman. Multimin seems to be a great preventive tool here. Things just get better every year.
Multimin is one of those products you can use to get the ultimate performance out of cattle. Around 90 to 95% of our calves are either AI or embryo transplant. Since we've started using the Multimin, we're up around 70 to 75% conception on our first AI service, and a product like this is very beneficial for us.